game, make a game, what's a game, what's a game? I'm a Kamen Rider.
What's up, everybody? It's the Quarter Guy. If you have kids, vaccinate them. Now, this is a follow-up to an older My 25 Cents Worth that I was not expecting to have to talk about, especially this soon. Back in June, I talked about the closing of Toys R Us due to bankruptcy, due to debt it was saddled with after it was bought out by Bain Private Capital. And it was a real shame, not only because of it being one of the few retail stores that take PayPal in-store, but also because of the nostalgic memories it had for a lot of people. Not to mention all the people who got laid off because of its closing without severance pay. So imagine my surprise when, near the beginning of October, they're relaunching under a new name called Jeffrey's Toy Box. Now, I know some of you might say that this is a good thing how it's relaunching as a preservation of nostalgia, but something about this to me feels just a little bit off, you know? I mean, end of June, the franchise closes down, everyone being put out of work, only to relaunch just a few short months after it happens? This could be just me reading into this too much, but the whole thing just feels kind of, I don't know, suspicious. Alright, but suspicions aside, let's get back to more objective stuff that we know about this. So, apparently, like I said, the new brand name is going to be called Jeffrey's Toy Box. And word is that the early launch will be sort of like this store within a store thing, where they're like selling their stuff within larger stores. What larger stores those are, we don't know yet, but well, hopefully at least some of the people who got laid off when Toys R Us initially closed might be offered a chance to get jobs with the relaunch company. It's honestly, I feel, the least they can do. Well, I wish I could really say more about this, but, I don't know. So, after I apologize for not having a My 25 Cents Worth last week. Hopefully the finale of my Mega Man 11 Let's Play will make up for that, but, okay, so, anyway, I've got the rough draft of my script written out for my review of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. My plan is to have the Twitch release on October 30th, with the YouTube release on Halloween night. By that time, the second season of Netflix Castlevania will be in full swing. That's actually launching on the 26th, but anyways, after that, I would like to do a top 8, basically ranking the Robot Masters of Mega Man 11. Alright. Well, so, for my question of the week, what is your take on the Toys R Us relaunch? As always, leave your answers in the comments. Favorite comments will be featured in the next episode. Here are last episode's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. As always, check my community tab for the prompt for your questions, and I'll answer my favorites in the next episode. First question this week comes from Mishka Trensky, who asks, what did you think of Mega Man 11, and do you see the franchise continuing? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I really had a lot of fun with Mega Man 11. It was like meeting an old friend for the first time in years. That's how it honestly felt to me. The level design, for the most part, felt like it really didn't require the use of the double gear system, though it did encourage it. The weapons all feel really good. The bosses were, for the most part, great, though the Golem phase of Blockman's fight kind of dragged out the fight a little bit more than it had to. But I really enjoyed playing through Mega Man 11. And do I see the as far as I see the franchise continuing? Well, I saw lackluster reports on physical sales, but digital sales seem to make up for it. Especially considering after a week, it was ranked second on the US eShop charts, behind only Super Mario Party because, well, Mario. And I think it's like Capcom was anticipating that digital sales would do better than physical sales. So maybe this could bode well for the future of the franchise. I certainly hope it does, but I guess we'll see. Come on, Capcom, X9, please. Next question comes from Rellin the Spectrum Master, who asks, are you willing to do any more Let's Plays? Well, yeah, in fact, I'm actually considering my next Let's Play being Beautiful Joe 1 and Beautiful Joe 2 to follow up. Thing is, I still have an Elgato Game Capture HD which captures in 30 FPS. I would like to upgrade to one of the 60 FPS models in due time, but I got some other stuff I need to do first, like maybe getting an actual GameCube and an HDMI adapter for that, so that I can actually connect to that. A HDMI splitter that bypasses the PlayStation 3's protection. Well, that is if seeing my footage in 60 FPS really affects my Let's Plays all that much, but I guess that's all a matter of opinion. I mean, it's like nearly all the major Let's Players are doing it in 60 FPS now. I mean, my major videos are in 60 FPS as well, so I'm just rambling now. Next question comes from X0 Stone, who asks, what was your favorite X-Guardian from the Mega Man Zero games? Harpuya, hands down. Because I felt Harpuya's character was the most well-developed out of the four, and for good reason. He was basically set up to be the rival character for Zero throughout 0, 1, and 2, and a reluctant ally in the second half of 3. Well, maybe not the second half of 3, but more like the end. But Harpuya felt like a really well-fleshed-out character, and that's why he's my favorite of the four. Next question comes from Skittle G, who asks, would you want Shadow the Hedgehog as a new unique fighter or an Echo in Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, it would be pretty cool to see Shadow as a unique fighter, but I have to be realistic here. He's definitely Echo fighter material. I mean, I could see his moves being slightly different from Sonic's, but not by enough to justify making him a separate character. And last question this week comes from Volting Master, who asks, what is your opinion on Pop Team Epic? Bold of you to assume I've ever watched it.